Aging is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and strength, a quote said by Betty Friedan. Aging is not just a biological deterioration of human processing. It has so much more to it than what people think or what a scientist might have said. My name is Rahmaa Arif, and today I'm going to be speaking about aging. Aging is an inevitable process. It's not like we can stop it, but what we can do is enjoy ourselves on the journey. Aging is an inevitable process. It's not like we can stop it, but what you can do is enjoy and be proud of ourselves on our journey. You all can enjoy the life you've been given instead of thinking about when it might end. There are endless possibilities as to how you can make the days ahead of yourself more memorable to the people around you and, of course, yourselves. First, family. Family are the people who will be sticking around you the longest. Family are the people who allow you to grow up, learn from mistakes, provide you with a living until you grow up and start a life of your own. A person's family would risk a lot just for their well-being. Well, how will you return the favor? Even if they want to, everybody does not earn the kind of money to give their family expensive gifts and luxuries, but money and bought gifts isn't the only way to show gratitude. You can show gratitude by doing things as simple as being warm-hearted and attentive to your parents, giving them words of affirmation to let them know how grateful you are for what they've given you. Spend more time with them so that they know how much you love them as much as they do. You can show gratitude by respecting the wisdom that comes from aged people and implementing it in your own life. Over time, we really start realizing how important our family really is. Realizing this helps us give our family more than they deserve. This really enables us to have an enjoyable aging experience, knowing that the people you have cared for you the most know that you do. One of the most crucial parts of a person's life is their education. It's basically where you learn countless life lessons. A person can make choices in many matters, such as friends, subjects, choice making. This can be as simple as choosing what to say to someone, or as critical. When I was younger, I went through a major stage in my life where a lot changed. Many of my close friends with whom I have spent at least 6 years, all of this were left behind. All of this occurred in the coronavirus era where I had lost a lot of my self-assurance and self-confidence. By the time I started 7th grade, I hardly had the guts to make any friends. It started that way for the whole 3 terms, and I failed to establish friendship. I sat next to a few people that shared the same interests as me, and I made the decision to speak up. Speaking up was a groundbreaking decision that shaped me in a way I will never stop being proud of. Even though making these decisions is difficult, it can really change your life and make it easy or difficult. Another important decision someone makes is the type of people they surround themselves with. The people that someone surrounds themselves with is making decisions can make the process of aging difficult or easy. It depends on you. The decisions you might make will give you the experience of life and aging. Another important decision someone might make is the type of friends or people they surround themselves with. The people that someone surrounds themselves with are the type of person they will become. So maybe if you decide to make friends with people that are arrogant, you might end up that way. But if you surround yourself with people who are kind, respectful, you will eventually become that way. And mostly people are going to recommend that. People say, don't judge a book by its cover, which is exactly why you open the book, read it, and think about whether it is fit for you, what it's going to do for you in the future, and if you like what outcome it's going to provide for you. So instead of choosing to be known or to age as a person who isn't liked, who's known as an arrogant person, it's better for you to leave a memorable version of yourself during the aging process. So what was choosing what to eat next Saturday will eventually become what I'm going to be doing in the rest of my life. Over time, as we grow to be more mature, so do our decisions. Realizing this is an important step in aging that allows us to make proper decisions, knowing the severity of the choice that's about to be made. Thirdly, thinking about yourself. Most people don't consider this an important thing in a person's life, whereas it is a key factor to living a good life. First of all comes mental health and physical health. These two things play the most effective role when it comes to happiness. The start to self-care is how you think. Always try to think positively in situations. Maybe you got a bad grade in a test. Instead of thinking that you're never going to pass this test, you're never going to pass another test or pass this class, you should be able to have the confidence in your abilities, and that will come to you if you think that you can do better next time. This will help you move forward instead of standing in the same position your entire life. Additionally, doing physical activity can help you have a prolonged life by fending off diseases and giving you good immunity. Studies have proven that when working out, serotonin and endorphin are chemicals that are released which make you feel happier. Some other studies also show that the people who don't exercise usually have 3.4 poor mental health days per month, while people who do exercise have 40% less poor mental health days. This proves how physical health really does also help mental health and can give you a much better life. Data also reports that adults who ran 5 days a week for at least 30 to 40 minutes had a biological aging advantage of about 9 years when it came to internal health. Self-care has a huge impact on a person's well-being, and to have more great days in this long journey of aging, you must take it into account. Trust me, it can really help and make the process a lot easier. Aging requires you to really focus on yourself, not to the point where you forget about more important things such as your surroundings, your friends, but also, you have to focus on yourself to the point where you enjoy your life and have a good mental well-being. Next up, I would like to discuss who you are. This one is quite interesting. A person's personality is what makes them different and unique. Most of the time, you'll hear people say around you that to live happily is to be liked by others, which is not true. Life is something that has been given to you. Life is something that has been provided to you, so why allow others to change how you live it? I've met so many people that just strive to be liked by changing their personality for others and just trying to be liked by a certain group of people who they think are more popular. But all of these thoughts just ruin a person's personality. It makes them want to change themselves with the thought of wanting to be liked. But who you are shouldn't be defined by some other people who live off the feeling of judging others. Some may ask, well then, how am I going to be liked? How are people going to think I'm funny or cool? But instead of thinking so negatively, why don't you think, why in the first place are these people judging me for who I am, for my own personality and how I choose to act? Or maybe you should think about what they want is just for more people to succumb to their awful, controlling, and unrealistic rules. Being yourself doesn't cause any harm to your own personality. Being yourself is probably what these judgy people don't want for you anyways. They just want to feel superior towards you and want to be better than you. Why should you live off a script and force yourself to be happy when you aren't, instead of actually trying to genuinely be happy and being yourself? Your interests can make you unique. Who you are isn't for people around you to decide. As you grow older, people will know you by your personality and the impact you leave on them. So make it memorable. Allowing yourself to express who you really are allows you to accept yourself, making aging a whole lot easier. Lastly, overcoming the fear of aging. Some people circulate around the opinion that aging is scary, it's difficult. This is mainly due to the fact that people think that people are going to face problems such as like certain issues, losses, people, and however, this all comes in the package of a life. But going through these different types of experience is what matures you as a person. These experiences are going to help you improve on yourself and become a better person. No matter what the age of someone, you will always face these kind of issues, might it be a teen, child, or adult. If we know that something is bound to happen, why do we fear it? If we know we eventually are going to face it, why not prepare for it instead of fearing it and not wanting to face it? Maybe you don't want to, but you must. So don't ponder on the day it comes. In a way, aging is most beneficial. It provides us with new experiences, new learnings to help us move forward with our life. No one's life can be lived without struggle. No one has such a perfect life where they haven't had any mishaps. No matter the wealth or happiness or whatever, everyone goes through such struggles in life. As I mentioned earlier on in my speech, as we grow up, we make more mature decisions. This might also be what most people fear. Ask yourself, do you fear making decisions which are crucial to your future? Why? What is stopping you from accepting this? Face the facts. That's the only way to overcome this fear. Instead of fearing such things as the people you might have to surround yourselves with, who you're going to become, your future, career, or subject choice, and having this will lead you to have many struggles and a lot of stress. You all should be able to utilize the time that you've been given to make these decisions, to prepare for the future, not just stand idly and worry what you should end up doing. Working on your future is the only way only thing that's going to give you the reassurance that everything will work out. Of course, everyone will go through some sorts of mistakes, but the most thrilling part about aging is the experiences we go through it, right? I think that the life I'm given is something I'm lucky for. Although there were many instances where I made mistakes, I learned from it and improved myself. I will still need to be able to make the right decisions, and I hope to live a life that I won't regret and appreciate each year I get to be on this planet. To cherish our life, we must ignore fears, negative thoughts, negative surroundings, or negative memories. Instead, we can focus on ourselves, not fear what's to come, and accept that we will age no matter what happens. There's nothing that can help us live life more than acceptance. So get rid of your fear, quit overthinking, and accept that things are meant to change, and just live life. Thank you.